Yeah, we're going to watch the Star Wars Jedi Survivor story trailer that just dropped. Of course, we always have to kind of wait before we are really live because we're live reacting to it. We haven't watched the trailer yet, and we're also live streaming. So combine that, and you get our fresh reactions and breakdown. So, of course, the game is coming out at the end of April 28th.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of wild actually because we still haven't seen a lot, but I think that will change after this trailer. So yeah, I see the chat being there. Of course, if you're watching later, there are timestamps in the video bar, so you can, if you already watched the trailer or whatever, skip ahead to the breakdown. But we're now going to press start, watch it together, and then have a breakdown afterwards. So let's get into it. And thanks everyone for joining. Hope everyone is doing well. And now, let's go.
Hit the button! Whoa.
It's been a long 5 years.
No way.
We've tried to resist.
Is that the intro, maybe?
Fear and
I remember
mistrust
this.
through the galaxy.
Oh, that's from the... Yeah.
This...
Yeah, okay.
Cal, look into the fire.
Yeah!
Yeah!
She's
It will warm you.
We're
Keep
going
you
the
company.
course. He's back too! Let's go!
Not unchecked.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
It will consume everything until there is only
The double jump!
How could you
Oh.
let a galaxy
Oh.
go
What
to
the-
this unworthy machine of an empire?
Sick!
Hope
Baron,
may feel
let's
beyond our
go.
grasp. But I think we finally found somewhere the Empire can't reach us.
Imagine. No more looking over your shoulder.
Awesome.
Finally, the
Places
blasters!
worth fighting for, no matter the cost.
Yeah! That's cool.
I mean, they had to, but that's
Yeah,
awesome. That is so awesome.
I can't wait to go with her. Like, let's go!
Yeah, April 28th. Okay, is there like still something? Pre-order now. Okay, yeah, we know. Okay.
I am just in shock that we can like combine moves with her.
Yeah. That's actually pretty awesome. It's one of the new features, of course, that we will.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
with.
They hadn't mentioned Marin specifically yet, but I mean, at the point where you're mentioning companion moves and considering how well loved she was after the first part, it was kind of, they had to do it, but I'm glad they did. That is awesome.
Maybe
Yeah.
kind of crazy prediction, but do you think they're gonna attrace her a bit? Like-
No, I don't think so.
Because here she looks like it feels kind of like that she's alone here. It's like
For
a
that one.
it's probably a cutscene, maybe her introduction.
Yeah,
here
it
or
looks like a
something.
cutscene, and I mean, we do know that you can command your companions to do special moves, so maybe that's what that is and why she's alone in combat. But I think it's a cutscene, like looking from the camera angle as well. I love her new outfit, though. I
Yeah.
think it
Me
looks
too.
Really cool.
I love her. Isn't it like a staff that she's using?
Yeah, it's like a bow staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
But that is. There are so many shots I want
Yeah.
to go back to.
Let's start from the beginning. Of course, we.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the Mantis crash at the beginning, because we kind of know the beginning of the game is that Mantis crashing, and then you start out on, I already forgot the name of the planet, but the one that was shown in the IGN footage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
The open one. Yeah.
Yeah. What I
Yeah.
do think is interesting here is that it looks like the ship was being boarded, because you see something falling out, and I think it's a purge trooper. So I think
Yeah.
that means Cal was caught, and that's why we're crashing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
5
definitely a
years.
first trooper.
Yeah, it's like 5 years after the first game as well. So yeah, he's probably
Mhm.
like on the run, of course, and then
Yeah.
it
he's
does look
falling.
like that planet a bit. And of course, in the very first trailer, we saw kind of the crash as well.
Yeah, I feel like we can probably get more confirmance on that if we can like actually put, you know, the cockpit from the Mantis in game, because I do remember it looking like that, but I'm not 100% sure. But Let's stick with this being the Mantis for now.
It seems actually kind of different to me, but maybe.
Yeah,
the
that's
chat,
what I'm
knows.
thinking. Maybe it is. Maybe if
I believe
someone
y'all.
in chat knows, but could be something different.
Mm-hmm. We're just still seeing one outfit though of Cal.
Yeah, but I think they just like do that for these trailers.
Yeah.
To have
Now-
it like a-
Just like imagine a bit like Horizon, you know, where they
Yeah,
suddenly show different
This
kinds
is
of
huge.
various amount of outfits. Yeah, that
The planet. I mean, we saw.
was that. Yeah, you were kind of excited about that. Why?
Yeah, because that is Coruscant, and we saw more shots of Cal being on Coruscant. But the interesting thing is, Coruscant has always been a very important planet in Star Wars because it's like it was the heart of the Republic, so it's like a super busy. The entire planet is basically a city, so there are a lot of people.
Yeah.
But for someone who's on the run for the Empire to go to Coruscant, that's not a good idea. So he must
No.
have a good reason of doing it. So maybe, like, I don't know.
Does he already have the blaster? I don't see it.
No,
I do see a second saber on, or is that the? I do
Yeah,
see a second
yeah,
saber
that's
on
second
the.
saber.
Yeah, so
But
he
the
does have a second
blaster's
saber.
Not there yet, because that should be on the other leg, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
same. So that's why it's probably early on than you would think, right? Or like earlier.
Yeah, maybe because I remember. I don't know. Maybe I read it in one of the previews, but I remember them saying that like he is on important business, and then he crash lands on that planet.
Yeah.
So maybe the important business it's what happens on Coruscant, and then you flee,
Mm-hmm.
and then you crash land, and that's where the game like starts proper on the new planet with the open world stuff.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And we of course know that you can have like 2 lightsaber stances with you at one time. So
Yes.
he probably has the dual bladed and the single bladed here then. So maybe we can already have the
Yeah.
or like not the dual bladed but like dual wielding lightsabers, of course.
Either or, I
Mhm.
mean, both are a possibility.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But that's kind of cool
There's
that
not the combat
that you
there.
see that also on your outfit if you don't
Yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah.
That would be. But yeah,
That's a nice detail.
This like he had this one in the main game as well, right? He had like some different colors, I think, for this one as well. So, no ponchos though. I'm
I'm glad the ponchos are. Or maybe there's like one poncho that you can find.
Yeah, this is also interesting because you were kind of pointing the mouse over the yellow shoulder pad he had,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
definitely new. And I see these people also have yellow shoulder pads, so maybe this is like a faction of rebels that we don't know about because they look to be fighting the Empire, and there are more of them wearing a sort of similar uniform. So this is maybe what Cal's been doing with his time, and this is maybe also where he met Bode, who is another character we'll see again a bit later in the trailer. Who he seems
Yeah.
to also have somewhat of a working relationship with. We haven't really heard of him before. There we go. That's him.
yeah.
So
He has a
maybe
bit-
that's where they met.
He has a bit of like Nathan Drake thing going on.
Yeah,
like
I
this-
get it.
The
kind
outfit.
of-
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
It's because of the holster.
yeah, the holster.
Yeah.
But it
And-
does look cool because it's like he has. Yeah, look, the blaster. It's so cool.
The
Yeah.
jump back.
I don't think like Cal can use the dual blasters. I think that, or we don't know, but it seems more like just like a more Bloodborne type thing, right? Where it's
Well, not necessarily Bloodborne because there was more of a parry thing. It is definitely a ranged attack, but it is worked into the melee system because you have to use melee attacks and do melee damage in order to get ammo, is what they were saying. So it's not like a full-on ranged stance. It's just like a melee stance with a ranged option because you have a blaster. But
Yeah,
it will
yeah.
always be a lightsaber in the other hand, from what we know so far.
Yeah, and to get people up to speed again, like there are of course multiple of these stances. So we have the single bladed. I think he's only using the single bladed in most of the trailer, and then we of course have the cross blade. You have the
We
yeah,
saw another character with the crossblade, which
yeah,
is also...
the one of the enemies like with a yellow one, right?
Mhm.
That's interesting because we've seen that shop before. So I wonder if if they were also using a crossblade at that time.
I don't think they were because I remember specifically calling that saber out because it's this enemy,
Yeah, like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's the shop before.
Yeah,
If-
where
yeah, if
we
you
like
go-
see the
Where you,
yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Because I
Yeah.
remember
Did
they
they-
changed something.
Did
Because-
they update that one?
Yeah, I remember them I remember specifically calling out that the lightsaber this guy was wielding looked exactly the same as the one Cal is wielding right now, but now it looks different. So this might be where we get the idea
Yeah.
of the crossguard saber from.
Yeah.
Love the yellow color, by the way. I hope
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
change that too.
Yeah, it was also in the Fallen Order already.
Cal is just standing in the back. Did you see that one?
Oh,
Like,
really?
really static, like
Oh.
over there. He's just waiting, like, oh, I see this now.
My time to
It
shine.
feels kind of out of place. It feels like he should not be there, but
Or
maybe
maybe
he doesn't
you-
want to draw attention to it.
Yeah,
so-
Maybe he just came out of the room, and then it's like a split scene, and then
No,
I
it
love
fe-
the little guy, by the way. I love
Yeah.
the weird little aliens.
yeah.
Okay, enough reason to beat these guys up.
yeah.
Let's see. Let's move on because we got, of course, a ton of other stuff. Let's see. Yeah, some people. Thanks everyone for joining, by the way. Will it be a huge open world game? So it will have more open spaces. They will still have the linear sort of planets, but there will also be way more exploration on these planets as well. Some of them at least. So yeah, they're like it will be. I would like compare it to God of War. I think that's
fair. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we had this enemy. I like
Also,
the.
is this the chamber? Because it looks very similar to the chamber where the person in the pool is in the previous trailers. I think it's
like
different.
the pod is coming out of the circle in the middle.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same, but it looks very similar.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's down, like underneath, because there's a room underneath there as well, I think. Or
I think
something
overall the
underneath there.
focus on single like
The
character
jewels.
combats. Yeah, the
Yeah.
jewels like is really cool. We of course had those quite a lot as well, but seems like there are like a lot of mini bosses as well. There she is again. Of course, we already knew that she would be back, but it's
Oh my
cool.
God.
The first time that we see her in Survivor.
But
Yeah.
can we romance her? That's what
I'm
thinking.
more interested in can we learn Night Sister magic?
That is also a thing.
I mean,
That would be a
she
cool
is
way to
kind of like.
Yeah,
giving-
right?
Yeah, let's hear what she says again.
Look into the fire. It will warm you.
Okay, look into the fire; it will warm you.
She was casting something. You see that?
Yeah. So
Look
would be a
into the
logical thing for them.
Yeah.
It would be like maybe an extra like in the skill tree, like an
Yeah,
extra path to take. That would actually
Yeah.
be really cool.
Because I think a lot of people want like dark side powers, because that's of course really cool and interesting. But I think one way they could add new force powers, because Night Sister magic is a bit weird. It's kind of related to the force, but it's not a force power because it's not light or dark. I don't exactly know the specifics either, but I feel like Marion teaching Cal new tricks would be ways to use powers that are not typical for a Jedi without turning him evil.
Yeah.
So I think that could be a very interesting.
So it's
Because
not.
we've only
It's
seen one new force power, and that's lifting people up instead of pushing them back or pulling them towards you. So I feel like if that's the only new force power, that's going to be a little bit disappointing.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I'm
this
sure
could
there
be
will
a
be more.
really cool way to expand it.
Because
but
they
it's
have-
not gonna contradict anything because the force is like being good, and then getting those powers would be.
I don't know, because the whole Night Sister thing is something that I think was mostly mentioned in the Clone Wars, and I've not seen all of that. So this is I'm gonna need to do some reading on this.
Okay.
yeah, there we go.
I love
His suit looks so cool.
Yeah.
Did he already
get
have is that a robot arm, or is that just
a gauntlet?
Maybe it's a
Something.
sleeve. Yeah,
I
or
don't think he
gauntlet.
had that before.
I love
Correct.
the fact that he looks like a hippie now.
yeah.
Yeah, with the yeah.
But it really feels like getting the band back together. Like he's going to every,
Yeah.
like he's like looking for everyone, and then of course we see them like standing inside. You would think the Mantis, or is it like another ship, a different ship?
It looks broken to me.
This might actually be, because they mentioned a tavern on Kobo we'd be returning to. That was the name of the planet, by
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way. Maybe that's it, because it does look like a really run-down tavern, because I think there was even... There was a bar in that shop,
Oh wait,
right?
yeah, you're still talking about this shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I think you're.
Oh
might
yeah, there
actually
is a
be right.
bar.
So then I think Greece might be the first one of our old crew that we run back into.
That would be awesome.
If that is the case. That is cool.
yeah,
And
yeah,
all the
and
shots with BD are just.
Mhm.
yeah. They're totally
Yay!
gonna.
There he is.
They're totally gonna baby Yoda it as much as possible. But like of course, in the bar or in this sort of hub area, it should be. We can like change Cal's hair. I haven't looked at his hair. Did they already like sneak in some different hairstyles? That would be cool.
I think it's the
Tears is-
same in most
Yeah,
shots, but you might, yeah.
I mean, I hope that it can like drastically change and not just like slightly. But I've like and that you can have a beard should also be the case. Yeah, they really also focused on, because I do think this is of course a different outfit that we're seeing here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, he has a nice beard.
Love this shot.
Yeah, me too.
But this is again, I think, from that part earlier that we discussed.
Yeah, we're for now we're gonna call it the Coruscant part.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. Yeah.
And then of course.
There's a lot of platforming and sudden moves, I see.
Yeah, they of course want to show the new.
I love the
platform mechanics.
leap.
This must be like a bounty hunter again, then, or not?
Yeah, this feels very similar to one of the bounty hunter fights we had in Fallen Order. Yeah.
And
And
I
is
I
this-
love these.
That next shot, I don't think it's what it.
You also already want to go here?
I
Yeah, I
love
was- I
this
was
shot.
Curious
It's so
about
cool.
something here, but it's not. I thought it was Bespin, but it's not. Because of the whole like the space platform, but that's right. But yeah, this guy. Oh, that's very. That's a grapple point.
Yeah, the God of War Horizon grapple points that
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
also
yeah,
seen,
yeah.
that you can then use to grab onto.
Mhm.
Yeah, which just like with God of War, like playing Ragnarok, of course, being able to use the chains to get up to higher places faster should be nice for Cal as well. And yeah, I personally think that that's one of the, I think, my favorite parts of Fallen Order, that it felt kind of random that they would just spawn in certain arenas. And like for backtracking, it meant that even if you already cleared a lot of the enemies or kind of conquered the planet because you came back stronger, these bounty hunters would still be a challenge, even though you've already been to that planet before. So seems like they're back and dangerous again. Yeah, this looks insane. This might be one of the prettiest planets.
Oh, and he's holding.
Isn't that? Can we go back to the very first shot of that? Because I think that's the guy we saw talking to. Yeah, this I think is one of, if not the main villain, because we saw this guy in a previous trailer mentioning that the Jedi is a problem, and we were already kind of theorizing that he's also looking for whoever the survivor is, so the person in the pod from the previous trailers. And now it also looks like he has a lightsaber, ? Or is it a different weapon? Because he had something on his belt, and it looked very fancy. Oh, that's a bit further. There we go.
Yeah,
He does.
That's
I
a
think. Yeah,
lightsaber.
that looks like
Yeah.
a lightsaber.
But those do look like Jedi.
Look at the
guards,
dual
not-
saber.
Yeah.
and it kind of looks like a poncho to me, but
I mean, if that is a poncho, I don't mind the ponchos.
no, okay.
We
fair enough.
can
I can deal with
take it
those.
from him when he dies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why would he like give him the helmet though?
I mean, but maybe to make a point.
He
Yeah,
has
I
the
don't know,
blaster
that
here,
is
by the way, already.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, so that will be later in the game then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it seems like he's the bad guy, like also commanding everyone to go after Cal.
Yeah. We at least know he's in league with like the big guy we've seen in a couple of shots now as well.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
guy.
This one.
This guy.
I am so afraid of that guy. Like, just his whole stature and demeanor, and just the way he like talks to Cal is just. I wanna.
I mean,
I'm not looking forward to fighting him.
No,
Maybe
no.
if I'm leveled up, you know.
I feel like this is gonna be kind of like, since we're drawing the God of War comparison anyway, kind of maybe like a sort of Baldur returning fight, because we also did some research on him in the previous video we did, and that species of like alien, it's not, it looks like, you know, just any other humanoid, just really big and chunky, but it's actually inside of the armor is some massive regenerating tentacles.
Oh
So
right,
the only
yeah.
way to kill it like properly is to destroy the brain or to completely incinerate it. So it's gonna be one of those gotcha things where it's like, oh, we defeated him, we stabbed him through the heart. There's no way he survived, and he just walks it off, and we need to fight him again.
I think it will be a very unique boss fight because all the other fights were really just like lightsaber versus other
and
melee
then
weapon, and now this guy will just be like a.
if he
using
breaks
his-
out of the armor,
Yeah, oh, that would be crazy. We have a lot of people actually in the comments as well. Deep saying, pretty sure the guy who's in the Bacta tank from so this one. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it's the same one though. I think it's someone else.
no, that's definitely not the same person because I think the person in the back of the tank was also missing an arm.
Yeah, because if we go back to that shot here, yeah, I think it's
The
someone
eye
else.
color is very different.
Yeah,
Can we go to that? Now that we're looking at the reveal trailer, can we go to that shot that we talked about that's changed with the lightsaber?
That was the trailer before that, I think. It was the actual
I
game.
don't know. I think it was in this one
Okay.
actually, but I don't remember where it was. Was it?
Yeah,
maybe
see,
it
there he is
that.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there he is again.
Yeah, it's someone else. They might be related somehow though.
hmm That would not surprise me, actually.
Yeah.
If they're related.
Yeah, that I would believe.
Yeah. But yeah, I wanna stick to the other trailer. I'm not sure where
Sure.
if where that other like yeah. We still have some parts I think of this trailer to get
Mhm.
to.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Uh,
only... it's a bit more than half of it.
Yeah, okay. So this
The
is one of
puzzles
those
we've seen.
what was it called again?
Jedi Meditation Chamber.
Yeah. And you get like a mod I think at the end, right? If you complete those.
You do. Well, from the one we've seen, like, we still
Yeah,
don't know if that's going to be like every Jedi Meditation Chamber rewards one or just that one, but
Yeah.
these are more like puzzle-oriented rooms where you can get a reward at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and one of them I think is needed to be completed for the story, and the other ones are all optional, which also
Yeah.
kind of shows you that how big the game is going to be. And if you're not into the puzzles, you can skip it, although you will likely miss some upgrades. This looks pretty.
What is this city that we see? Or like, is it a settlement? What are we seeing here?
I don't know about this one,
Yeah.
but it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
Very high up. He did mention in the trailer that he's finally at a location where they can be safe. So maybe
yeah.
that's this.
So maybe
So
this
maybe
the,
that could
the
be
hub area.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
This
it
is
was
Coruscant again, by the way.
the city.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it
is
looks very
the big city planet, so I'm still very curious what the hell we're going to be doing
This
there.
is on the Mantis. You know why? Because of the
Because of the
plant
plants.
right there.
Yep.
So yeah, it will be repaired then, probably, right?
Yeah, and it also means we're gonna be taking Boat with us on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Mantis, I think, or at least for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Wabam. Yeah, then this must be the Mantis then too, I think.
hmm
So yeah, I think that kind
I
of
love
covers it
that.
all. Yeah, we had some. I think this for the first time really showed that yes, it's gonna be another one of those cool adventures, right? And before this, it felt at least like only being like the first part of the game, but now they're really showing, whoa, okay, there's more
Yeah.
going on.
I'm glad that I finished Jedi Fallen Order before watching this, or at least to be prepared for Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
I'm
I
really-
think I hope that it also has, and because on one hand I think they show quite a lot, like with the amount of stances in terms of lightsaber and stuff. They still have not shown blaster gameplay though, like that stance is still kind of secret.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there must be a lot of like sort of secrets that were.
I mean, there are still a lot of open question marks. We don't know what the molds do. We don't know how the new force system is going to work. And I mean, especially now after what we were speculating about with Marin.
Yeah.
Maybe Night Sister force powers for Cal.
Yeah.
There is dismemberment, by the way, Ty. There
Yeah.
is. You didn't see it in the trailer, but there has been gameplay where they show dismemberment for humanoid and robot enemies. So that's kind of cool because I know a lot of people wanted that from the previous one. But yeah, I completely agree with you, Jordan. It looks way more cinematic. Also more cinematic, I feel, than the first one.
Yeah.
Which is really cool considering how they've already said that they really want to turn this into a franchise. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm very much hyped about the adventures of Cal, maybe even more so than anything they're doing with the movies right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is honestly, I feel like if they stick the landing on this, Cal is going to be a favorite Star Wars protagonist for a lot of people.
Hmm.
I hope
And I-
that
I
I
hope
hope
they
they give him more like. He was kind of one-dimensional though. He of course had his purpose in the
Oop,
game, but
sorry.
I do think that he did lack some sort of personality a bit. So I hope they expand on that.
I think for sure. Like the first game was very much about him finding his footing as he was
Yeah.
like hiding, and now we can see like that transformation has been completed. He's now very much his own person. So I feel like we can. I mean, you can already see with some of the different interactions with the people he's already met, like how
Yeah.
he's changed now. So I am curious where that will go.
And hype that it's like a PS5, Xbox Series only.
Yeah.
Like, that we're not stuck on these older platforms anymore. Thanks everyone for watching. Share your takes, of course, in the comments. I already saw some good things. People are saying you can get arms back, so maybe it is the same person. I don't believe.
I don't
but
believe it.
No, I think it's someone else. Although they might totally be related. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. We want to do these more often, so let us know what you think. And yeah, we will of course cover Jedi Survivor, so keep it locked to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks Joyce and Dennis, and goodbye.
All right.
And by the way, Casper, thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate that.